Coming up on this episode of Free Lunch. If I'm in a emotionally bad tight spot, I need somebody to talk to. You that friend, solid.
Yeah.
But I can't start a business with you though.
Wow.
Like, and that's the unfortunate part. There's reason why
it's not to that level.
It's type of thing.
It's you have conversation with everybody, and being somebody that's trusted, you're like, wow, I was really counting on you to be there.
Yeah, Jesus is coming back. We don't know if we got another 5 minutes. We're going to drop it now.
We do not know.
And I don't think that being busy is associated with being successful.
I'm confused.
So we can't come for her product or not. We haven't used it.
You're right.
What I'm saying though is
scared.
she got the comeback story because she didn't let it beat her down. No, it's burning, mommy. No, hot, mommy.
Yes,
Hot.
exactly.
Spicy.
And that's actually
Spicy.
actually a professional tool. Like, you're supposed to go to a professional and get that done.
This is true.
Relationships, whether family relationships or friendships.
Yeah.
Things get a little hairy
Spicy.
when business and money is involved and things like that.
It's Free Lunch Season 3 with a special thanks to our sponsors, Bullseye-LLC.com, Ready, Aim, Bullseye, where safety is our ammo, Gen1LLC.info, Generation 1 Logistics, taking pride in putting our carriers first and helping owner-operators get premium loads, stay organized, and increase profit, and ScarletOakCandleCo.com, the self-care experts.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Freestyle Gospel, a.k.a. The Real Frii, with another episode of Free Lunch. And I got my girl, Millie Bags. No, I'm sorry. Meka in the building, and her colleague, entrepreneur, sidekick extraordinaire, Jasmine in the building, y'all. Give it up for them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Jasmine and Meka in the building.
Yes.
All right, so you guys gotta give me the name of the brand again because I don't want to butcher it. I'm already been struggling with the name.
Noir Beauty.
Doir. There's like a subtle accent thing happening in that first word. Say it again.
Noir.
Doir.
Yes.
So think of Doir, y'all, right? Like Door.
And Frenchified.
But then after the D, put a W right there. It's like Doir.
Okay, I see that.
See
or
that?
like dwarf, but like, you know what I mean?
I like that
Dwarf.
too.
Cut the F.
Doir Noir.
Mm-hmm.
Not Noir.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Doir.
Noir.
Doir Noir.
Yes, Doir
Yeah.
Noir.
I don't know.
You're doing great.
Say it 5 times real fast.
Doir Noir.
Doir Noir. Doir Noir.
I bet you can't say
Doir
it
Noir.
5 times real fast.
Oh,
Exactly.
Listen, but it means black gold.
it does.
And
Black
so
gold.
We're celebrating us.
Nice.
Yes.
So what is the brand Doir Noir?
We're an online beauty supply store, so we have all beauty supplies that you need online.
Yes. We're mobile, so we deliver to our local community for free. And in addition, we deliver nationally for free. We do have some international friends and customers as well. So we're shoppable at DoirNoirBeauty.com. That's DoirNoirBeauty.com. DoirNoirBeauty.com.
It's okay, guys. They jumped the gun. I was going to give them a chance later in the show to plug. They said, we're going to get this out the way right now. You understand?
Wrong
okay.
with 2 or 3 times. So
Jesus is coming back. We don't know if we got another 5 minutes. We're going to drop it now.
We do not know.
I said the rapture might come take me, right? I need to drop this now.
But at least for
I
your
love
phone,
it.
you can shop Doir Noir Beauty.
Exactly.
Yeah, like just
Exactly.
You know.
I love it. So how long have you guys had the online presence or the shop?
Since February 2021, we opened. And before that, I was doing my mobile salon. And so that's how we teamed up together.
Yes. And we have another partner, FYI. So there's 3 of us. So if you look at our logo on Meka's shirt, you see that there's 3 queens sharing a crown.
Is that y'all?
That's
It
us.
is.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the other person's name that's not here?
Our partner's name is Mickey.
Yes.
Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
Meka, Mickey, Jasmine.
Exactly.
Messed it up, Jasmine.
I know. Born without.
What's,
I mean,
she got to get a
I can adopt
M
the
name.
name. I can adopt the name. That's an option. Open to it.
Well, I only known one Jasmine that used Minnie as a name.
Many.
Yeah, but that's it.
I like that. I never thought of that.
I like that better than what I was thinking.
I always hear Jazz.
What were you
That's
thinking?
the only way
yeah.
you shorten
I
up
always
Jasmine
known
is just
Jasmine.
Jazz.
Is my name too long is what you're trying to say?
No, I think
It's
2
just
syllables
7.
is cool. It's 2 syllables.
Yeah, you know what I
Jasmine, boom. Yeah.
7 letters.
No, it's just that it was messing up the M
It
rotation
is.
we had going on. You know what I mean?
I was thinking Maryland,
Maryland.
going real old with it.
I could, but see, that suits you. Low key.
Old?
No, it's regal.
Maryland.
See, you using the wrong terminology.
I'm
It's
elderly.
not old,
so.
it's regal.
That's
Classic
true.
is what you're looking for.
Classic.
Regal. Classic.
Okay, regal.
That's what that is.
I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
So
how
I'm
long-
We've
Maryland.
changed our names today.
Yeah, how about it? Maryland.
So you said the online presence has been since
February 2021 is when we started our business and started
On-
delivering.
okay, but did you start online or does
Yes.
online is something you went to?
No, we started
started online.
online.
Because just the whole pandemic has people actually had business that they were doing in person to person or in like shops or something, and
Right.
Right,
because of the
right.
pandemic, people had to move online. So a lot
we
of
started
I
that
hear
way.
that
Started
from a lot of
online.
Started
Okay.
that way,
Yeah,
and we're
absolutely.
rolling towards a physical location,
like a storefront.
Yeah, would love that
Yes.
for our community.
Fire.
But
Fire
definitely
idea.
started in the midst of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Rolling out to the community.
Now, when you guys started, was it the three of you guys from the beginning?
Oh
Yes.
Always?
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys like best friends or something?
Yeah, I've known both of them since 3rd grade, high school.
I don't know. Mika over here is like frozen. Instead of like, I don't know.
Well, we are good friends.
Yes.
Lifelong friends.
Yes.
Jasmine and Jasmine and Mickey are
could-
lifelong friends as well. So
Mika, you can
Both my
blink
friends.
twice at me if you're in danger.
Oh my God!
no,
Okay.
no,
She's-
just one good.
She's
blink.
making you say something that you
No
don't
way.
want.
No, way,
I'm
no
not
way.
making
One
anyone
good-
say anything.
One good blink. I'm doing good. We're all doing really well. I think it's a gift.
It is.
So how?
It is.
So okay. So all three good friends.
Mhm.
Now here's what I do know about friendships, familial or friendships. Relationships, whether family relationships or friendships.
Yeah,
Things get a little hairy
spicy.
when business and money is involved and things like that.
It's true.
Like, so how has that been for the three of you? Like that journey, like, is it things that you guys kind of like discovered about one another that you didn't know before in doing this business venture?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, has it been like really like some like challenges or things you guys had to like, kind of like work through so far?
Yeah, it's been a learning experience. We're all women. We're all living 3 different lives.
Three
so
different
then
lives.
it's always bringing it together so that we are on the same page. And I feel like we are. We
Yeah.
have the same goals, community goals, just self-help goals.
Yeah.
So I think that's our
Developmental goals.
connector. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I would definitely agree with that. In the very beginning, we were really blessed to come into this business as an incubator started, and we started our business with coaching.
Right.
Nice.
So that was like really helpful, and it really kept
Fire.
us together. We're learning that, since then we are navigating a different part of the business now without the coaching, without the support and from someone that's like external. And we have come to realize that, for growth, for development, we probably should seek at this point additional coaching. And so that's what we're seeking at this point. But it helps us to keep motivated. We like to,
mature you guys are. I'm so proud of you guys. That is amazing.
Well, you have to keep in mind what you're doing it for and what, what your goals are, and keep a focus on that. And
Yeah.
Make sure, that's what you still want to do. You know what I mean? So
and
check in.
the key word being still.
exactly.
Yes.
Right? Because how many times, like with whether it's just amongst ourselves or with other people or friends, like we get a really great idea in the beginning of something, and then like 6 months later, I'm like not really like excited about that idea. Like I want to move on to something different.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called
And so-
pivoting.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
That's the beginning of pivoting.
see, I think of pivoting differently. Like pivoting is a positive like strategy that needs to be able to be done with the business, right?
And change
But-
could be positive.
But it can be positive, but I'm thinking of the way like where people like just abandon the idea altogether and they're just disinterested. Like, they become disenchanted with the hurdles and difficulties in starting a business. And so now it's like I don't want to be in the business of beauty or this
Right.
anymore.
right.
Not strategic pivoting that says something like a pivot in a business could be, okay, we change our model from, being, widely online based to maybe markets or small shops. Like that's a pivot.
Right.
Or vice versa in the other direction. Like because of the pandemic, we have to pivot because it's stopping us our access to our customer.
Right.
Right.
Those are pivots. Or we add another product
Right.
because that's another pivot, right? Like these are strategic things.
Yeah.
But entirely like being like, you know what? I think I want to sell clothes now, right? Like so that could be a big change that poses a problem to the rest of the group. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
Yes.
okay, we didn't set out to be a clothing line.
Right.
Like that's cool. We could have Doir Noir merch,
Right.
but that's not what our main focus is.
Exactly.
You know, so those are the things where it's like, hey, are we still right? Are we doing those check-ins necessary with one another to make sure we here, like we eye to eye, like this is
Yes, absolutely. And
Legit.
that takes a lot.
Legit.
And over the last year, we've learned a lot about each other. We've grown individually, grown together, learned about business and learned about ourselves.
yeah.
So I think we've done a lot of pivoting positively,
Right.
and the check-ins are definitely necessary, but we stay on that same, like, beauty is the thing at the center.
Yeah.
And how can we reach out to our community? How can we, help people feel better, be better all around?
I like that you mentioned, like, you learn things about yourself. It's not just like a one another thing, right? Where I'm like looking outward, seeing like what's wrong with them and who can I blame, right? Like what's actually, I'm looking, internally also, right?
Yeah.
And I'm learning things. And one of the like things that I learned, kind of on this entrepreneur journey thus far has been that I'm not as organized as I thought I was. What's one of those things for you guys? Like something that you've learned about yourself along this journey since 2021 when you started Doir Noir.
Okay.
Gonna go?
I was gonna say, but at first, I was always like against partnerships, and so when I got partners, it was like a big change because now it's communicating, and the big thing is communication. And so, like, when you're doing something by yourself, you think of it, you go do it. Now it's like there's two other people. I need to communicate this with them. I can't just do this and then not say.
So what's the
anything
part
about
you
it.
learned about yourself that you're not
Like, no, I wasn't
great at it, or you
taking
weren't really-
that extra step of making sure I communicate this, making sure I said this,
yeah.
made sure that everyone else knew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's definitely the thing I learned about myself.
Jasmine.
The thing I have already known about myself and am still struggle with is legit. Like, I will do everything and then be really frustrated later. And it's
Frustrated that you did everything?
yeah, like
Like, who could I be mad at? Oh, wait, that was me.
literally, it always comes
Nobody
back to
told me to do all
nobody
that.
said do that. And I just really struggle with that because I come up with the idea and I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. Let's do it. And everybody's
Jasmine said, I suffer from the doing the most syndrome.
like, I can't stand it. Like, it stresses me out. I know it stresses other people out.
DTMS is a real thing.
Yeah, doing too daggone much. All right, that's totally a thing. It really is. It is.
How do you, but so, I mean, I imagine, so it's something that you already knew about yourself, but now in this context, what are you, if at all yet, what are you discovering is sort of like the antidote for that? Or like, have you been learning like, things to implement for yourself to like kind of thwart against that? Or are you still just like, yo, this is, I still don't know how to get myself out of this?
It's a daily challenge, obviously, but it's something that we've talked about, and some of the feedback. And I think one way that I'm being supported in that is we help to clearly define like our own roles and responsibilities, and that's something that I'm trying to stay in my lane and not like be on everybody else's business.
Yeah.
But I'm
Mind
passionate
your
about the
business.
business. It's true.
Gotta have the roles and responsibilities delegated.
It's true.
It's true.
Meka, what's your role? What's your responsibility? What you responsible for?
Beauty expert. I gotta know.
Beauty expert?
Yeah.
I thought everybody has to be a beauty expert.
Well,
we are.
Yeah, we are all beauty experts, but I'm actually
I'm the bona fide beauty expert.
Exactly.
I got
I'm just-
receipts and certificates.
all of
It's
that.
true.
And it's true.
true.
We keep learning more, but definitely my role is staying in beauty, staying in the know of what's going on with beauty and
Educating myself.
educating myself so I can educate
Finger on the
others.
pulse of all things beauty in the community. All right.
It's
Yes.
true.
Nice. And what's your role, Jasmine?
So I've taken on this role of community engagement. I go out and we identified.
Hence how I met you.
Yeah, exactly. So
You're doing your job pretty good.
Thank you very much.
at
I'm
you.
trying out here.
Look at you garnering such an amazing podcast episode.
Absolutely.
It is amazing, by the way, guys. It's
Yes,
amazing.
Nice.
Follow this man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so in the midst of the pandemic, as we were rolling out the business, a lot of people had questions like, "Oh, what do I use with this? What do I use in combination with this?" Meka's only able to answer, but so much, so we decided maybe we need to roll out workshops. And as the pandemic kind of dwindled down, we were creating workshops and resources and hoping to engage within our community, whether it's in combination or partnerships with local schools or after school programs to help youth. We've developed workshops and resources from anything from, self-care to how to care for your hair, how to deal with other people and encourage them, especially those that have natural hair. So we've really kind of flushed out all these different resources for youth. And just the engagement part is what I've been working on to develop partnerships in the community. So we're also looking for women's shelters to collaborate with them so that we can help them with beauty supplies.
Now, you mentioned, I said how you did such a good job with your role, right?
Oh, thanks.
And I don't want to, I'm not being facetious at all. I'm not being funny. But you really did. And I say that because that day you saw me going from table to table, right? Mm-hmm. At the Black Wall Street. Okay. And I want all the other entrepreneurs and small businesses out there, I want you to listen to this. Okay. Because I think this is a issue in our community. Not your issue, clearly, right? Right? But whether the issue is as a community, the difficulty we have in partnering and networking, or whether it's a difficulty in us simply identifying opportunities. And what was really disheartening to me, but like more or less, kind of expected. It's sad that it was expected, but I left that place with you. You were there. You saw all the amount of tables were there. I left that place with a handful of people's cards, and in turn, for each card I had in my hand, I left my own. Right? It's hey, it's the local podcast right here. Love to have you. Come through, and everybody, of course, was like, heck yeah, of course, man. Yeah, I'll hit you right up. Do you know out of that entire handful, you were the only person.
Wow.
You were the only person to respond and reach back out.
Wow.
Now, no harm, no foul for me, right? Because I mean, I don't charge you a fee to come here, right? So it's not like, it's not harming me. I don't get paid money if you come, or if you don't come or lose money. I use the studio for a plethora of other things that generate the revenue here, right?
Right.
My way of just being busy, but still finding a way of how can I both be busy as a creator myself, but also sort of kind of give back, to my community, or create a space where other awesome people can be seen and show how awesome they are. Right. Is, I invite people regularly around here locally, just other entrepreneurs and creatives. Wow. And this is what we do. We build and, other people who are awesome and, fans of myself who follow me, they get an opportunity to be introduced to how awesome you are. And hopefully they go follow you guys or whatever. And so that's what, makes me, sad. And like I said, it's not like, oh man, now, the $600 I could have made by having them come, I lost it. No, it's just, I want us to be able to be, let's normalize, one, being able to see opportunity, right? Because it's not always like no, I don't want to network with, or build thing. That's not always the case. Sometimes the case is that maybe you're very eager to connect and build with people, but you're not really great at identifying opportunities to do so. Maybe that's the hang up. Right. And as small businesses and entrepreneurs, we really have to just get better at those two things.
And just a reminder, like, steel sharpens steel. If that is something that you're struggling in, or at any point in your business, Frii was already telling us about resources that he has here on Saturdays. In addition
that
to
are
that,
free,
though,
by the way.
Ooh, free too.
Free.
But free. But on top of that, coaching, like, honestly, your business can pop off, or you can steadily grow. Either way is the resources that you're looking to utilize to develop. So it really depends. So look for those resources. That's a great opportunity to sharpen yourself and others, other entrepreneurs, when you're given the opportunity. So thank you.
But even like the workshops that you guys said that, you promote and do yourselves or facilitate, right? Like those are opportunities, right? And maybe they're not, the opportunity isn't always a fiscal one, right? The opportunity doesn't always have to do with money.
Right.
Absolutely.
The opportunity is purely organic, it's purely spiritual, it's purely like just to, operate on an intangible level, sometimes. And what a blessing, right? For people like us, black and brown people who have natural hair and like things like, right? Like we need more of that because we just don't know. Me, myself, I'm a girl dad. I had my fourth girl, just 2 months ago, right? 2 months old. Like, and they got natural hair, and so, from my oldest all the way to my youngest, it's like, that's something that I needed to identify opportunities as a dad, like, with them growing up. Of what do you do with this hair?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because it's not mine. You can't just like shave it down. Give me a number one. With the waves, throw my wave cap on, and I'm all set.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah. I mean, do you guys have your population? Is it filled with a lot of people like that who like they have maybe they're done? Because we have a lot of stories where it's like adults, who talk about how they had great hair as kids, but then their parents didn't know better and ruined their hair. And so, but now they have daughters or children. They're like, you know what? Hey, maybe I can come to you guys for my children. So is your like population that you serve like a mix of like both, or it's mostly people coming to you for their children?
Mostly, okay. So I own a mobile salon, so most of my clients are
awesome
men or
so you just try to breeze over that. I own a mobile salon. Pause.
No.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Just saying that because most of my clientele there are men and elderly women, but like you're saying, a lot of the men are in need of help with their daughter's hair.
Yes.
And so, in doing their hair, I end up doing their children's hair. So I end up doing their daughter's hair.
Yeah.
But in this beauty supply store, we're trying to let people know which products to use, which ones are best for their hair, which ones are going to help them. So it's a lot of families, and we're reaching out for the DCF workers so that we can get to the children whose hair is they're either with a multiracial mother or biracial mother that doesn't know anything about afros or hair like that.
Right.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's who we're trying to target.
Yeah,
That is our target.
we
Yes.
need tons of help there, because what we do end up having is a bunch of stressed out, in a rush parents who's like, you know what, I'm gonna just throw this perm or throw this relaxer
Exactly.
in his
And that's
hair.
the trauma
and
story
boom.
that we always hear.
Yeah.
It's the traumatized story
Yeah.
of someone that loved their afro when they were little,
Oh,
and
man.
someone
Or
just saw their hair. They didn't even know what
Never
their hair
knew
was
what their
like.
hair looked like.
And they just knew their mother was like, oh, this is nappy and I got to do something. And so they got a relaxer, and now they're traumatized, literally traumatized right now.
Yeah.
Nah.
And tell that story first when they talk to us.
One of the
Or
Multiple
continue to care for their hair in the same way and don't know other options. So those
but that's
are
because I hear
our
that people
common
that do
themes.
that though, it's like usually, isn't it because it's just like to do it naturally or care for it that way is just like, I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it's a big stigma, and I think it's partially true, is because it's so expensive. And so people are just like, they think like, hey, it's going to be too expensive for me to upkeep my natural hair and, get whatever the products I need for that. But I don't know this realm. Is it the case that you guys think? Is it expensive?
Depending on which verbs.
Like, is it like food? Like with diets, right? Like people always say that the healthy stuff costs more money. Right?
Yeah, it's not
like
always
it's
the case.
why the
Yes and
steak
no.
costs more than the pork.
It's costing you your health. It's
It
costing
is.
you your lifestyle.
Right.
Like when you're using these chemicals, that's the expensive part.
It's costing you your confidence.
That's what it's costing you, your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? In my
Yeah.
thoughts, when you're using these chemicals, they are not good for you.
But that's
So
the same with
the
your
cost.
health, I guess.
So,
yeah.
so
Absolutely.
do you want to be healthy, or do you want to worry about, I'm going to be spending, $20 for some oil that's actually good and there's no
Well, see, but
chemicals
that's the
in it?
thing. It's the thing that's immediately impacting me right here in my face right now.
But
and that's the thing that ends up driving people. They don't
In
think about
addition-
tomorrow. It's all about today. So yeah, I can eat this healthy food today
Yeah.
that can prolong my life tomorrow. Or I could just be real quick and cheap, and I'm gonna get this right now just because I'm hungry and because it's less expensive, without considering tomorrow. And then now tomorrow I got diabetes.
Well, in addition to that, it's
Yes.
like, what exactly is the expense? Because you paid $6 for this perm box, right? And then in another 4 weeks, you're
Just
paying another
for
$6
me.
or $6 to $8. So really, you could have just bought the oil or a shea butter or some sort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something inexpensive that maintains your hair, because you're paying this over time anyway, and it kind of equates to what you would have spent on something that was moisturizing and can help lock in the moisture of your hair. It's not necessarily expensive, and you still have to care for your hair beyond the perm.
Yes.
So it's
Right. Anyway, so it's not
you
even
still
like
have
it's
to get
a
products.
set it and forget it. I don't
You know
got to do
what I mean?
nothing.
Like,
You still
your
got
hair's
to
going to be crunchy with the perm. If you don't moisturize it still needs the moisture.
So you still crunchy.
Still
still
crunchy.
flaky and
But
crunchy out here.
if you have a beautiful perm, all right, sis, I got you. Yeah.
Yo, I got this horror story. My freshman year of college, I had for the first time, I got one of these
Yes, girl.
I guess whatever it is, like to
The texturizer?
yeah, to let texturize, right? And I had never used one before, and
It was straight.
I had somebody like put in my hair, right? And I guess from what they told me, there's like, as soon as it starts to like tingle a little bit, like to like, rinse it out, whatever. Right. So, followed that, everything went fine there. Right. I really thought I was Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness. No neutralizer.
I was straight. Hold on, wait.
Driving me crazy. I gotta know what happened.
So listen, right? So I got the, little, texturizer joint, hair looking, slick, you know what I'm saying? I'm straight, you know what I mean? Off that. My doodle don't stink. I'm the man right here on campus now, right? So that night, right? What happened was that night came and I think I might have put like, maybe some like a little bit of like Murray's in my hair, like, before I put my do-rag on, right? So I put the do-rag on, went to sleep and woke up. And the whole left side of my do-rag was stuck to my hair. And I was like, yo, what happened? Like, I was like,
That's a very good question.
yo, so it was like, I guess I like might have like left it in too long, like on one part of my hair to like the texturize or something.
Makes sense, yeah.
And yo, I was like, literally, I spent the next hour slowly, like one hair at a time, trying to like pick, comb, separate my hair from this do-rag. Needless to tell you, I'm a quick learner. Like when I learn. Look, I don't need one time to touch a
Never
stove.
touching it again.
I ain't never get another texturizer after that. I'm all set.
I'm sorry,
But
that
it
was your
sounds like
experience, but
you
I'm all
didn't
set.
neutralize enough. Like when you wash the texturizer out, you have to neutralize it
Shampoo.
to end
I guess.
the process.
To end
it
it
was
from continuing to
processing.
Exactly.
straighten my head out.
Yeah, so it was still processing in your hair overnight.
Yo, and I had that thing tight down with a do-rag, was like, yeah, process my scalp with it.
Scalp.
Exactly.
For real.
Process the scalp.
dangerous.
So yeah,
The
so
fact
after
that
I
you
finally
have
got my
hair,
hair separated, then I
amazing.
had to keep like using like bacitracin to keep it from like sticking right at this. I had my hair started in the scab and trying to, because my
Yes.
scalp is trying to heal now.
Yes.
It's very
Oh
tender.
man.
And that's the trauma story. That's a relaxer story. That's the texturizer story.
And now
That is
imagine
the
that at
story.
age 4 for many little
Right?
girls.
Yes, when they
That's
have
scary.
this huge afro, their mother
As a
is
kid,
at home.
yo.
Barely can explain what's going. Little hot. Mom talking about something.
It's
okay,
fine.
bro.
Stop that
It's
crying.
all right. Stop,
Exactly.
You
Stop
all
that
right? Stop
crying.
that
It's
crying.
fine.
You tender-headed.
Trauma.
Just stop it.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's burning, mommy. No, hot, mommy.
Yes,
Hot.
exactly.
Spicy.
And that's actually
Spicy,
that's
mommy.
actually a professional tool. Like you're supposed to go to a professional and get
This
that
is
done.
true. And you in
Yeah.
your
But,
And they
hold
sell it
on.
at
But
the
they
museum.
don't. But they don't tell you that on the box. They don't at Walgreens. It don't tell you. You need
Say it
to.
on the
It's
box.
a professional
It's so
use
sad.
Oh, it say it in the small print.
Absolutely.
It's a small print.
It's
in the
very
small
small
white print.
It's
Yes.
very tiny
Yes.
print. But
Meanwhile, they making all this bank from just regular people coming in
Exactly.
here,
Yeah.
Come in and buy
taking
it.
it off the shelf.
No idea what they're doing
Bruh.
and then you turn around and braid that
YouTubing
baby
it.
hair right after.
I'm YouTube it.
every time.
YouTube has been fired though for me
don't
for a lot of
YouTube
stuff
it.
though.
Don't
YouTube
YouTube it.
University.
Don't YouTube
No,
it.
listen.
Go
I
to
done,
a professional.
I done learned some nice hair braiding techniques.
Yeah, you can learn a
You know,
lot
well,
of
that's not
things.
dangerous.
You can
Ponytail,
see.
you know what I mean? So YouTube University ain't horrible, okay?
No.
But maybe
Really
when it comes to the
depends.
chemicals, maybe.
See, that's where we came into this place. Like we
Exactly.
literally were watching people on YouTube destroying themselves.
Yes.
Throughout
Nah.
the pandemic, we had a lot of time,
Mm.
and people was like, "Let me just fry it off." That's where we were like,
And you just talked about Gorilla Glue Girl not too long ago.
Ah.
And that's
So
basically
let's-
when we opened our business.
Yeah.
And that's what was happening.
Mind you, she done blew up now. She got like a whole natural care line of hair products or something.
But I don't.
I'm
I've
happy
seen
for
her.
her. You know what I mean?
Yes,
You know?
but see,
I've
I'd be a
heard.
little scared. You
Just I'd be a little scared.
You didn't read the Gorilla Glue Girl thing.
so what you gonna do
it
for
said
me?
How
Gorilla
competent
Glue.
are you?
What you
I mean,
gonna do for me?
I'm a little scared.
can I trust you? Is what I'm
Well,
saying.
she said she worked with a team and stuff. So
Yes,
That's
you know,
great.
she had
That's
a
great.
plethora
God
of
bless.
wise counsel to come around her now.
the same wise counsel that got that Gorilla Glue out that hair
You know,
with acetone and olive oil. That's crazy.
Surgeons,
yo,
FYI.
I love the comeback story of it. You know what I mean? Like
God
you know,
bless
she had a
her.
horrible thing happen.
Mm-hmm.
She done turned it, pivoted. See that to a positive.
Leave that in the dust.
And
Yeah.
now she done came out with a whole hairline. She done had some like, professional
It was after.
team or something come and help her, put together a little something product. And now, hey, whether it works or not, listen, whether it works or not,
I'm just
the woman has found a way
okay.
to
You're
get
right.
the bag
You're right.
out of
She
trauma.
better do
You're right.
something.
That's all I'm trying to say. I ain't here to advocate the brand product. I ain't used it before. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm confused.
So we can't come for her product or not. We
I
haven't,
can't.
we haven't used it.
You're right,
What
but
I'm
I
saying
just said
though
I was
is
scared.
she got the comeback story because she didn't let it beat her down.
Amen.
Right? It was all in the media. You could have got shamed and ran into a little hole in the wall and hit under a rock.
Also what could have
But
happened?
she was very much out there. She was like, you know what? There's no such thing as bad press. I'm going to seize the moment.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm silent on that.
In your face. She said, in your face, social media.
But
Now,
she,
how many of y'all could do that? So you got to be able to have that ability, though.
but
Yes.
she put it on social media.
Comeback queen.
I don't know.
But
I don't. She might have put it on social media, but she ain't the one that
She
made it go
also
viral,
came
though.
back. No,
It's
she-
all of the other media outlets now that caught wind to go, you know what? Hey,
She was also having other hair issues after that. So I don't know.
She
yeah, did
probably
she have
had
like
hair
some
issues
like
beforehand.
like she had a number of surgeries
I don't know
or
what
like
happened, but I just know that I God bless her and,
God bless her.
and her products.
Gorilla Glue Girl.
I wonder who the team is. Now
Rooting
you're
for
gonna make
ya.
me look it up and see about
An
the product.
illegal team at this point. An illegal team had to have been because she had to have.
Oh, she don't mean illegal. She
No,
mean a
legal.
ill legal team,
Oh.
like a dope team. Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
She was rolling those two words too close
Too
together,
close,
y'all.
too
She wasn't
close.
gonna.
Sorry, I had to pause.
She got this whole illegal team, y'all. Now next thing you know, they got this sound bite
No.
going viral and Gorilla Glue Girl coming for you.
Please don't.
No, don't come for me, please. I'm just saying. God bless you.
I have nothing
and
to do
your
with any
products.
legal. I have no clue what.
That is hilarious.
I have
Y'all killing me.
clue.
Yo, what is are you guys finding that like, as you try to promote, maybe a natural, would you consider yourself natural hair advocates? Like, I mean, does your,
We do not sell perms.
okay.
Period.
All right. So do all you sell is all natural products?
Can't say all of it is natural or organic. But for the most
But
part,
you're definitely advocates.
advocates
Yes.
Okay.
for sure.
For natural.
For sure.
So in being like advocates, like what have been some of like your own personal stories on it? Like, have you always yourselves been like this whole natural pushing
Not at
kind
all.
of thing? Like, were you like the perm girl,
No,
before?
absolutely.
perm queen.
Well, and
Yeah.
and that's a trauma story. Like I had a huge afro, and then I went to my aunt's house, and usually my mother would braid my hair before I went to her house for the break or whatever. But this time she didn't. I went and got in the pool. My hair was huge, and she didn't know what to do, and she relaxed my hair in the shower. So
After chlorine.
yeah, after I just got out of the pool, she put this relaxer into my hair and then just washed it out. And just similar to you, not enough neutralizer, and my hair was shabby as ever. And so it went from luxurious afro to who done it.
Who shot John? Is what they
Exactly.
call it back when I was coming up.
Exactly. Very
Boy,
quickly.
fix your clothes over here
And
looking
so
like who
then
shot John.
I went home and my mother gave me another relaxer on top of that one. So
Mom.
yeah.
Oh,
Overprocessed was my name.
Wow. What's your story,
My
Jasmine?
experience? Oh, very young. I mean, I promise. I remember distinctly my mom playing the "Just for Me" tape. Just
for
listening as she
me.
processes my hair.
You wanted that. You
Yeah,
wanted
and I
that
was just
silky
like,
look.
That
get
beat was
it?
fire,
It
yo.
really
I think
was,
a lot of people
though.
got that. They got duped because the beat was fire.
It was. Who
They said this is how you get black
who
folk.
did that? And absolutely.
Drop the beat.
It was like, okay, with the 90s beat and everything. I was like, just for me. And just sitting down.
Sounded like a
processing
Nickelodeon series of
absolutely.
all that.
It was like an all that beat.
See that?
That's crazy.
That's how
That's
they
why
got
it's
us.
back at the back of my... Y'all wrong for that. That marketing team was crazy.
We might have
Wow.
a litigation case on our hands.
Honestly,
we might be able to sue somebody.
If you ever experienced perm usage under the age of 6 years old,
From abuse. Please dial 1-800.
we're here for you.
Get your money.
We're going to get this litigation
No,
thing going.
serious. That's
No, honestly,
serious.
it was a very traumatic experience. And my mom was very, heavy-handed. Any braiding.
she was laying it on
She was
thick?
just getting it in with any type of hair. And she tried her best. I know she did. But,
Wow.
yeah. I went natural in college. Not my choice, but I decided to move out to the sticks. And they had, no stores. And
Ooh. So you had a divine disruption.
very much a disruption. I was like,
What you're
whoa.
saying is you ain't have a choice.
I didn't have a choice. And I was very confused. But, I figured it out. YouTube at that point was not toxic. And I did learn
It was
a lot.
not. Did y'all hear her subtly not plug YouTube?
It was
Don't
not
go running to
toxic.
YouTube now. But back in the day,
Back in the
it was
day.
safe for y'all.
It really was. There was that natural community. You had
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
3 to 5 natural,
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
journeys to follow. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, her hair's popping.
I don't know. I think it's a rising kind of phase now, or where it's I'm seeing at least coming up on whether it's my timeline or on YouTube, people trying to be natural hair advocates, on certain YouTube channels. I think that's a lot more, especially than when I was raising my girls first in the beginning. You have a lot more people trying to just show people how to how can they take care of natural hair, and the misconception that natural thick hair isn't synonymous with long and beautiful. Oh my God. I'm coming across so many people that's yo, they have long, gorgeous, thick as hell hair. It's still all that in the back, but it just may take that, specialized care for that hair. And I think all the more dope, it makes it become, because it's yo, this is an art now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
This is another art science of taking care of this hair. Okay. This unique hair right here.
Yeah, and I felt like it was a trend in 2010s. That's when I went natural, but I feel like it was motioning toward that before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I went natural in 2009. I know 2010 to get my last style for my prom.
Yeah.
I wanted to get finger waves and I needed a relaxer. And so I got a relaxer, and that was the last relaxer I ever had.
But was
Just
you
for that style
but was you
specific.
killing them finger waves that day though?
Definitely feeling
You
the
slayed them finger waves
all the
though?
way, all the way. She
Yeah.
did that. Yes.
Oh, she said, "Look, I'm gonna go out with a bang at least.
Yes.
Might as
Last time y'all gonna see me, take a picture because it's the last
Good
time."
picture too.
Oh,
Good.
well, how long ago was the last time you put a relaxer in your hair?
I believe 2012.
Dang! Wow, look at y'all.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
in there.
Longevity on the books.
Yeah,
We
for
in
sure.
there.
We got a
We in
decade
there.
of natural on the books.
Right?
Yeah.
The funny thing that I'm noticing too, though, is you at least my wife, she's she loves getting all these different kind of wigs, so it's I get to get experience in that world, right? and she be telling me when whatever these stores that sell different types of wigs and all the way from Afro wigs,
Yeah.
you know how much money they charging for natural looking wig? I'm hold up, for a whole
Yeah.
generation, people was coming
Couldn't
at,
find any.
you know what I mean? Coming at people for natural hair and
Yeah, so
looking
it's an
down.
auntie thing.
Yeah.
And then now it's trying to purchase a white tiger. It's the most expensive thing
Yes.
in the world to get a natural looking wig.
Right.
But when we got a whole generation of black women that you was born with that.
Killing them.
Yep.
Yeah.
You was born literally with what they'll charge you $300 for.
Right.
You was just waking up with that.
Yeah.
And now you got to pay this surcharge to get it.
To look like you.
To look like you.
To look like you. I don't know.
That's a whole t-shirt. That's a
To look
you want me to
like
pay
you.
what? To look like me.
Yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
No, honestly.
That
that's
is
the thing.
jaw-dropping of
When
a
I
thought.
talked to my grandmother, she was like, you went what? She was both my mom and my grandmother were both ooh, when do you plan to do your hair? And I'm like, my hair is done. And they would
hair
be
is
so
done, correct?
confused. Like, my hair's done. It's my hair. It's done.
It's done.
What about my ponytail or whatever bothers you? What about it being out
Yep.
means it's
Wow.
not done?
Curly
So,
edges, like
Yeah.
it's so looked down on. You need your edges laid.
You
all
better
the
lay these
time.
edges. You better have your toothbrush.
Right.
You better have your
No,
baby
and it's
toothbrush
crazy.
edge layer.
It's crazy.
No, your curly edges are fine.
They are.
It's fine that they're sticking up.
They chilling.
It's okay.
That's your
I
hair.
messed
Your
with my
hair's
wife
done.
because she got the cutest baby curl edge
the
in the back.
Yes.
When she get out the shower, I creep up behind the real slick light and twirl my finger around it. I see you got the sexy out. She's like, stop. I'm like, girl, stop playing now.
No, because she
cute.
thinks you're
It is
probably
always-
playing.
Yo, it's
like,
cute.
It's
Honestly,
so
people
long as
hold
so
the
much trauma.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, BDBs in the back, butt
BDBs,
shots, all
yes,
kind of
all of that
negative names that
Yeah,
come along
yeah.
We
with
really hold on to that stuff. It's crazy.
Nah.
Now you're like,
yeah.
ooh, no, not my kitchen. Like, what did you concerned
The
about?
kitchen.
Not the kitchen.
Not the kitchen. Lord, not the kitchen.
Girl, you gotta come up in here in this kitchen. All right, what you got in here preheating in the oven in this kitchen back here?
Just my edges.
You got them greens in
My
the
coils back
Yes.
there. That's it.
Coils throughout. So
fire. So like, what's some of the? Do you guys have like ongoing throughout the whole year, like these kind of like workshops or things, spaces where you can like kind of bring people together to kind of have this natural advocacy and Black girl
We've
magic
been-
kind of thing go on? Like, is
Yeah, absolutely. We've actually been looking for venues so that we can hold our wellness fest. We were scheduled to have it this month. Unfortunately, it got pushed back.
oh.
I know. So we've been working so hard.
So is it pushed back to like undetermined date or?
Undetermined,
Okay.
man.
Dang.
I
Hopefully
know.
sooner, but the
I know.
venue. Yeah. So that's really disheartening. That was like our heartbreak of the summer. It was pushed back once before. And then for September, was supposed to happen actually next week. And got pushed back
but
indefinitely.
you've done one before though.
No, that was going to be our
is
first
gonna be the first.
annual wellness fest. And we were
This was gonna be the maiden voyage.
right.
Indeed.
Right. And
Well,
we
you
were
know what?
collaborating with other vendors and other.
I'm trying to come.
Please.
Yeah, definitely.
Trying to come. You
Yeah.
know what? Bring the long extra table. We'll set up a podcast episode.
la
there.
la.
That'd be fire.
Sounds lit.
I like that.
Yes, I love
You know
that.
what I'm
Right.
saying? And then we could have all the, beautiful natural hair,
Yes.
people come in, they could maybe, come chop it up with me a little bit, share their, natural journey stories maybe or something.
Ooh.
That'd be
Sounds
dope.
That would be
amazing.
so
Yes.
crazy.
See that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the opportunity
Wow, that's
identification.
Meeting
really
of the
dope.
minds.
I love
You know what
that.
I mean? You got identify the opportunities
Yes.
in the networking. You see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously.
So that's why y'all gotta
if
come
y'all
up with a
walk
date.
past him at Black Wall Street and have not connected yet. Am I in here? And have not connected yet? Connect to this man. Connect to this man.
Missing out.
Connect to this
missing
man. Honestly, we
what I'm
really
saying?
need community.
We
when
blowing
it comes
up
to
out here.
entrepreneurship.
We blowing up out
Seriously.
here.
And also, if anybody knows of any venues, we need help.
Yes.
We need help because our community needs integrative services for beauty and wellness. And
Yes.
that's what our Wellness Fest is about.
So where was what size like of a space you guys are thinking for the first
Honestly,
time that you guys do it?
we had 2 venues. It was supposed to be a 2-day Wellness Fest
Yeah.
in the middle of downtown. The area was blocked off for us. And then also in the Dixwell community. What is that? On Dixwell and...
Foot Street.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So, we'll circle back to that.
Where I think where the Q House is.
Yeah, a couple.
Okay.
Monterey Place, that
Yes.
whole community.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do it over there. And
That's a nice spot.
Nice
Yeah.
square downtown.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to do that at some other point with them.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, our community still needs this. So
The other thing like that is like really common like on the show is people try to look for the commonality between the guests, like because if you look through the old episodes and other seasons, it's a big variety of guests on the show.
Yeah.
From whether it's medical, human service, corporate, creative, authors, rappers, model, all these kind of things.
Okay.
And so they often ask me like, what's the commonality? So the commonality is typically, the guests offer something in the way of what they're discovering or what they're learning in their life of what I've decided to call the 3 Fs: faith, family, and finance. So, what are you discovering in those 3 areas of your life right now for yourself. It could be for yourself. It could be in terms of for your business, right? Whether you're talking about finance or even faith, right? Like, so people think, hear faith and think, oh, so you're talking about God. I'm like, no, because there's, I've had atheists on this show. Like, some people don't believe in God. So maybe it's what you're learning about faith in yourself or whatever it is. So for you guys, like, what's something, and Meka, I'll start with you. Like, what's something that in this season in your life that you're discovering or learning in the area of faith?
So I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. And I just been trusting God more in this season in my life. And I feel like he's just opening me up to see him working in my life. Instead of me thinking it's everything that I'm doing, it's me seeing what he's actually doing. And a lot of people are like, well, you're giving God a lot of credit for things that you're doing. And yes, I do work. I actually work a lot. And I don't think that being busy is associated with being successful. So
that's a bar.
I've been just keeping my faith in God and actually taking time to myself and taking time for my family so that the finance, I believe it'll work out. I told you my name Money Mills, but I believe that only because I know who my resources are coming from.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so
she said, you got to repeat that bar though. Just because you busy don't mean you successful. Wow.
Yeah, I really believe that. I don't see the...
Y'all listening, gotta let that sink in. Let that sink in.
I don't see the correlation.
Because we got a lot of people
work yourself to death.
Just trying to be busy and you doing the most unfocused most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're on a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Busy, but accomplishing a daggone thing, not a daggone thing. Jasmine, what about you?
I would say that this season of my life is showing me planfulness and how to correlate my finances and my ongoing desires for myself. So I'm trying to identify how to match that and partner with other people and develop myself to make myself stronger for my business and financially. And for a long time, I thought, I have to only be in Connecticut. I have to be an employee. That is the way that I've learned. I went to school. Let me utilize my skills. And I'm learning your skills are applicable to your business. And every day I have to hear this from myself. I wake up hearing it now. It's your skills are applicable to your business. And it's kind of like, this job's not working out. This situation's not working out because your skills are applicable to your business. And I've been ignoring it for far too long. I've also ignored staying places I don't want to be for long because it makes other people comfortable. And I'm learning to fight the urge to comfort other people just because it makes them uncomfortable.
Wow.
So
another bar.
Journey.
We already said we were supposed to be rappers before.
I should have been a rapper.
That's
both
crazy.
of us. I mean, for real.
I mean, but
I can't rap, by the way, but I should have been a rapper. Honestly,
I was supposed to be a rapper.
Yeah,
about to drop a beat. They playing games, y'all. They tempted me.
Period.
So
I might could try. I don't know.
So it sounds like you both, kind of, spoke to the maybe faith and finance piece. What about family? Like in this season, a lot of people, the entrepreneurs and small business owners that come through here, the creative, the entrepreneurs, it's what's a common challenge is that, we either family, whether that be an intimate partner, intimate in that way, or close family, like, your parents or, most immediate relatives, aunts, uncles, whatever it is, cousins, right. They have, a vision or an idea they set out to do maybe with family and they find difficulty there. So they're discovering new things in the area of family, pertaining to that. Other people, it's more of like a resistance thing. Maybe it's family or intimate partners or people that don't really believe in their vision. They can't see it the way they do. And so they're learning new things in that area specifically of just how to stay driven and committed, even though I don't maybe have the support of family. And then there's other things people are learning, like myself in this particular area in my life or stage in my life regarding family is how, for me, the challenge is, how I stay connected with my family and make intentional time to set apart with them while I'm still grinding and trying to do the entrepreneur hustle and all that. So for you guys, what is it that you're learning in this area pertaining to family? Whether you have children or not, or you have a significant other or not, just, whether it's, extended family, what are you learning in the area of family?
My family, well, I just had a huge change in my family. My mother passed away. So
My condolences.
yeah, so I'm trying to refocus on my children because I have 2 children. And my mother was like my child care. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I needed to go do something, she was able to let me go do that. And I didn't have to worry about where my kid's going to go. How is this going to look? Because my mother would literally, on her birthday, any day, whatever it is, she would take my kids with her and let me go do whatever it is that I needed to. So now I'm at a new point where if my kids can't go, I kind of can't go.
Wow.
So here today, my children are with my dad, and he owns his own business. He has a barbershop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can bring them there because it's his business, you know what I'm saying? And it'll be their business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel. My kids, they just think that's their shop already. But it's just, that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to have my dad, but they can't go with him every time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they can't go with me every time because it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not professional every time to have your kids with you in a space. So it's like if my kids aren't welcome, I can't go.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But then it's not realistic. So that's
Exactly.
just where I am. Like that's.
But it does make you realize the benefit, or one of many benefits, in building your own brand and working for yourself.
Exactly.
That's right.
It's because there'll come a time where I can have my kids with me because
Amen.
I am one of the bosses.
Right.
Yes.
The kids are coming into, whether it's a storefront or a high-rise building, they're coming into my building.
Yes.
Right.
And there's going to be nobody to tell them, hey, this is inappropriate, or why you have your kids. Because,
Precisely.
And then you can literally create the even work culture
Yes.
the way you want it, to where that's fine, or you extend that to anyone or employees you have. Or,
Create a different
we create a whole
normalization.
different culture because you've lived it. You know what it feels like to be a mom, be an aspiring, entrepreneur, or just wanting to be a hard worker for your children.
Right.
But work culture not making room for that.
Right.
And so
Exactly.
that's the thing that I love about, being the boss, is not so that I can see a future where I order every people around or things like that, but where I can create the culture to be what I want.
Yes.
Where, if, we want natural long hair to be the culture, or, how some, places you can't have a, beard, you got to shave, and we get to
Exactly.
look how we want. We
Yes.
get to set that rule. We get to, create the spaces we want to create where our children and families can actually come first, right? How many times have we read that in a company's bio that we're family centric or family friendly, only to find out, nope, that's a lie.
Right.
Yes.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, I tell you, I need to have this day off because I need to take my kids to the doctor and I can't.
Right.
But you're family friendly.
Doesn't fit in that in your vacation time or your time off or something like that.
Exactly.
So like we would love to, but we can't.
What are we doing?
No. So it sounds like you're lying.
Fibbing, are we? Yeah. Nah. So for you, like, Jazz, what is it that you don't have kids?
I don't have
Nope.
kids.
Don't have any kids.
Nope.
So for you, like, what is the thing still in the category of family that what might you be discovering?
I think what I've been discovering is, again, I'm touching back on like doing everything. I realized that maybe to give a visual, like my life has been a cocoon. It's been, how much can you do for other people? Go above and beyond. And I've learned like I need to kind of scale back. So a part of this is a very uncomfortable feeling. But I know that like I'm breaking through a cocoon to where I'm eventually going to find some sense of freedom, like exploration and all these different methods of beauty by just breaking away from the mold of having to provide for other people and care for other people in a way that I've been conditioned to. In fact, I plan to move. Like I love vacationing. I want to move. Snow doesn't excite me anymore. So the freedom of building a business means the way you want to run your business is the way that's going to support your life and your lifestyle. And so at the same time, that also means that I need to adjust how I show up for other people. And that's what I've been navigating, because I do need to show up for myself 100%.
How you show up for other people. You know, that idea, man, has ruined and broken a many of friendships. Family is just like, you know, at some point, you know, you get that revelation that you just got, you know, that I need to show up for me.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you're the friend that answers all the invitations, all the birthday this, all the celebrations. I'm always there. And then at some point, a light bulb goes off in your head and you're like, you know what? I might have to miss this one.
Right.
And Lord, if you done made the previous 99 and you don't make this 100th one, I mean,
It's
it
a
done
problem.
tore people apart.
Yes.
Like, have you bumped your head and forgot every other time I've shown up?
Completely forgot.
All the time. Yeah.
And
Completely forgot.
now we like not speaking.
Right, now you're
You
very upset with me.
unfriended me, unfollowed. Like, we got a whole beef because I wanted to show up for me.
Yes.
That's disheartening.
I think at the same time, though, we are all on these individual journeys, and that could feel very, it could feel very personal to somebody else that doesn't have the context. So
Yeah,
in
that
this
part.
journey,
You taking it personal.
because if you've not expressed the context, it feels very personal. Now imagine on the flip side, you're that friend. That's my day one. I see you come through 150% every time.
Yes.
You don't show without any explanation. So conversation is a must, and it's all a personal
I don't
journey.
know. I don't even think. See, I think the other way. Maybe this is like the man versus woman brain, right? Like, but for me, my first thought is, because you show up, 150% any other time, right? And then this one time, like, I don't even hear from you. You just don't show up, right?
Are you okay?
My brain thinks, you don't need to give me context. I automatically assume it must have been for a good reason because you've shown up so many other times.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think, shoot, since you ain't give me no detail, context, reason
No,
why.
it's not to that level.
You know,
it's
type of thing.
It's you have conversation with everybody, and being somebody that's trusted, you're like, wow, I was really counting on you to be there.
Yeah.
So I wanted to enjoy that time with you. Or I'm worried.
But you probably
Are
give
you
them the
okay?
benefit. You give them probably the benefit of the
but
doubt.
you might
Yeah,
be worried.
yeah.
You might, so conversations are a must.
And that's what I've usually taken that like approach. Like, if I don't hear from them, right? Like, so if I'm the person that was left high and dry,
Yeah.
like my first go-to is,
Good? You're
yeah,
right?
like, are you
miss you.
okay? Like, and it's, and really, like, I could be, if it's a person that's really close to me, I could be like emotionally, like, even to a visible extent, overwhelmed, like, and I could sound like I'm mad or angry, but it's really
Right.
not. It's because I was legit worried because this is so not like you.
Right.
Yeah.
And, so to your point,
Yeah.
Jazz, is that communication would go a long way, but not for the reason you think, not because, if you don't, I'm going to be mad. You just didn't come to my event and support.
Yeah.
No, you'll leave me worried.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And
That's
so
it.
it's
Yes.
like that's real relationship
That
in my
is.
mind. Like, it's
And I
like,
think some people I don't think some people have that ability to handle conflict in that way, and some people just shut down because they've been let down so many times.
shut down.
So
I
they
can't.
shut down, and it's
Meltdown.
sad. No relationship
meltdown.
necessarily needs to end like that, but maybe that's what happens. Don't know.
Meka, guess she doesn't like me anymore. Our friends. She didn't come to my party.
Emotional.
I told her at least 3 weeks ago my kids were having a party to bring her kids.
Oh my God.
And she didn't. What did I do wrong to you, Meka?
Listen, I was
Well, at least you
asleep.
got her name right, though.
Listen, you
That's
heard
a
me.
good
I was
thing.
asleep.
Listen.
I don't know. I fell asleep and I
You
was
fell
tired.
asleep?
Was tired.
Oh, guys, you got to have a real understanding friend for that to be the answer.
Oh.
What do you mean? You're human? You were tired and overslept? That's why you missed.
We don't do those things.
That's why
apparently.
you missed my party? How dare you? How dare you?
Just talk it through.
Yo,
Oh well.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that has been a good handful of times the excuse for me.
To go to sleep?
Look, I was
Absolutely.
tired, bro.
Yeah, with a 2-month-old newborn.
I was
better
tired.
sleep.
I overslept, bro. I'm sorry. My bad, bro.
Yeah.
And then, from there, oh, I feel you.
My bad, bro.
They might be a little upset.
I totally forgot about
They
that.
understand.
I entirely
they?
forgot about your event, bro.
Honestly.
That's
I
the
get that.
that's the test of real friends, though.
Yeah.
Like if you can like outlast the little just normal weird human type of errors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like come on, y'all, be human.
But if they can.
Did you really think I was egregiously trying to offend and not support you? Really?
Honestly, seeing from the stuff that they post on social media,
That's what it looked like.
it'd be like, yeah, some people really are egregious like that. Seeing these trips to Miami, came back not friends. Like, how did that happen?
What?
How did that happen?
Huh? Where did you
On
do
the
that
road?
at?
How?
On the road? They were
Yeah.
together?
You're
In
not
Miami
seeing that?
together?
They always say
Wow.
Miami is the worst place to go with your friends. And I'm like,
What?
I go
Wow.
to Miami with my friends. I can't call it.
It's a spirit over
we
Miami.
came back friends.
See, that's just a maturity
That's
level.
your
there.
friends to begin with.
Well,
Nah,
yeah, but I think that's a
just-
traveling thing. You can't just travel with anyone. Like, you have to know.
That's true too.
Yeah, you have to
Sometimes you
know
got to
when you're traveling.
compartmentalize friends.
Yeah.
Like you to
My
travel.
travel friend.
Exactly.
You my work
You
friend.
you to
You
ride
can't
or
even
die.
travel with some of your family members. Be real.
That's
Like,
facts.
No, 100%.
Yeah, so
That's fact. But that's just like also like with the business thing. Like you can't do a business, with everybody. I got my friends that like, yo, if I'm in a emotionally bad tight spot, I need somebody to talk to. You that friend, solid.
Yeah.
But I can't start a business with you though.
Wow.
Like, and that's the unfortunate part.
It's crazy because I don't even think, honestly, I see how people do that. I don't look at any of my friends that way. I'd be like, okay, you are my friend.
If you're a friend, you do
we
anything
could do
and everything.
business together. We could do this
everything.
together. We could travel together. I legit.
You
love
lucky.
Really?
I think that's a rarity.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little dumb sometimes. I don't know. Maybe other people don't do that.
Nah, I think
I
that's
realize
a
some
rarity.
people don't do that.
Well, you know what? No,
I get that
because,
people don't.
No, because the it in and of itself, thinking about your friends in that way is really it's a quarterback thing. It's something that you only think about after you've seen something not go right with one of those. So now you start to think, oh, I gotta compartmentalize you. Because you don't want to.
It's an uninvitation then. Like you are uninviting them from a certain part of your life then.
Correct,
right?
but you're not writing them off entirely because you
setting boundaries.
It's like,
yes,
we can't
because
do that
I could
again.
see the value in you as
Right,
a
as a
person
person.
somewhere else
And
in
I
my
love you.
life, and I love
But
you.
this,
But I realize
we won't do again.
I don't want to like run the risk of punch you in your face, like because I realize when we try to do this together, you spark
You
a nerve, a vein in me
almost-
that I didn't even know was you
almost
could
caught
do.
the fade.
Yeah, so because you my girl. When I need you to like, console me and us to, go get a drink real quick,
yeah.
I'm gonna let you be my girl. But I'm gonna make sure I keep you over here in your seat in this compartment. I don't necessarily tell you that, but I
She
keep
sat
that
there like,
information.
girl, why we ain't never go on vacation again?
Well, girl, I was only able to bring 3 people with me. You know what I mean? You didn't RSVP soon enough, so.
Girl, why we didn't start that again?
Wow.
Yo, I heard you and so-and-so was starting a business. How come you ain't asked me?
Like, oh.
That's what you gotta do, yo.
Wow, this is a revelation to me because
This is what
honestly,
you have to
I go hard. I'm like, we can live together. We can this. We could.
Wow.
I'm
You
real-
could live together with you? Wow,
Honestly,
you are
my
like...
house is shut down. I can't live with nobody at this rate.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say, you are golden. Like,
Not
you're
no
a
more.
rare...
nah.
And I can say that.
my house is off. It's off,
I literally stayed with her before.
and I've lived
Yes.
with her before.
Yes.
So that's clutch.
I don't know. I think it's got to be
That's
like...
clutch.
It's got to just be a maturity thing, I guess.
No, we did travel together too.
Yeah,
And
we
by
traveled together.
that, I mean,
And have a
not to
baby
say
together.
anything about your other friends, including Meka here, but it might just be that you're operating yourself on a very extremely high mature level,
Or
where
dumb.
your other friends have the breathing room and space to be human and imperfect.
Ooh.
That's the thing. So it
That's a
doesn't mean. So what I've been
thing.
calling rare, initially I've been using that to say, oh, you must have this kind of paradigm where you have rare breed of friends. But it might not be that your friends are rare at all. It might be you're the rare
Very
one.
rare. That
It could be that you're the
Yes.
rare person amongst your friends that tie everything together, that allows people to feel.
I don't think that's.
You probably never thought about this.
I never did.
There are people that are great. It's part of their gift, who they are, that they create safe space for the people that come around them.
Oh, I
and by
aspire
safe
for that.
space, I don't mean just, oh, she's okay, she's my girl, I could talk and tell her about anything of my secrets. I mean safe space that means she also or he allows us to feel comfortable in our imperfections.
Whoa.
So if I do something, or just being out of my own humanity that could potentially offend the next person, doesn't offend Jasmine.
Dang.
Because she could see.
I mean,
she could see to the heart of me.
I'll be up there sometimes. I'll be up there.
No, but I'm just saying, she's able to see to my heart, so she charges it to my head, not my heart.
Oh, yeah.
And then we can remain friends. We're able to still exist in these other facets, but that's a thing, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I hope I'm that way to people. I don't see it, but
rare. Very much.
I try.
Yeah, I can see that.
You can see that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because she's one of your friends. Look,
I'm gonna say,
you have somebody that's testifying for you.
Thank you. Love you.
Look at that.
Yeah, for
let's
sure.
give it up, some hand claps for Jasmine, y'all.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We got the hand clap.
Thank you. I love that. I hope I
Nice.
am that to people. I really do. But obviously I'm in this cocoon. I'm trying to figure my life out, y'all.
She got the tunnel vision right
I
now.
really
She got the
do.
blinders. I'm
Right
trying to get
now-
my life together, y'all.
Right now I'm shut down a little bit. But I'm lying because I
Low-key.
can't do that.
Look
I can't do that long.
look at y'all. She already exposing her heart, y'all. She already showing you
Please don't hurt
the
me,
kind of
y'all.
person you look at. I'm telling them, worried about me, but not really, y'all. I really care about the rest of y'all too. I can't.
It's a journey. It's a journey. So I'm cocooning,
Yes.
y'all. I'm not out the cocoon yet. I'm just breaking through, slightly tired.
Yeah, she cocooning out for the next 35 minutes, and then she'll be back ready to embrace all the rest of the
Dang.
people.
Don't butterflies die that way, y'all? If they don't get out the cocoon, y'all.
Look, she
They
trying
get
to
out with bigger wings.
Look, she's trying to start a whole entire different episode.
scared now.
Look at y'all. Look, as we come near the end of our show, we like to end every episode with free food for your soul. So the name of the podcast is Free Lunch, Free Food for Your Soul. So the way lunch edifies the body, we like to leave the people with something to edify the soul,
I love that.
like lunch. All right. So we'll start with you, Meka. What's something that either we've already discussed that you would like to leave with the audience to remember, or something brand new that we haven't discussed that you would like our audience to leave with and be edifying for their soul today?
Have some boundaries.
Mm.
Have some boundaries for yourself, because the people around you with no boundaries, if you don't have boundaries, they're not going to have them for you. So,
Say that.
yeah,
Okay.
have
Speak
some
that.
boundaries.
I love that.
That's me working on that this year,
I love that.
and also working on
Right
being
now.
open and receptive. So it's just being open and receptive, but still having boundaries.
All right. Fire. What you got for us, Jazz?
Let's see. What can I leave the folks with?
You can lead the phone. Take your time too. I always tell people when I ask them this question, I'm
don't
like,
know.
don't
That's
worry,
real
we
deep.
can edit out the silence, y'all. Take your time, chew on it for a
Thank
minute.
goodness, because I'm trying to think.
Chew on it like that lunch.
I want to leave people with something.
Make it good now.
I would say, I heard this from another entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get stuck, and this is just me personally paraphrasing, but I think we get stuck in this thought that as entrepreneurs, we're doing it ourselves and only we know best. And our sales come from us, and that we are just doing this. But really, it's your community. So there is no business. There is no entrepreneurship. There are no sales. There's none of that without your people. Without your community, you're nothing. And so every opportunity to build with people is an opportunity to sharpen yourself, to give back in some way, but especially to grow your business. And you're not doing it to grow your business. You're doing it because our community needs people in it. So if there's any opportunity to volunteer, do that. If there's any opportunity to give to others, do that. We just are in a society that has forgotten what it is to have a community. We can't live as individuals. And in the same token, accept things from other people. It's okay. And that's something that I'm personally working on. I struggle very much with accepting a hand or hearing that something is free. So when I heard this, I was just like, I just had to change my mindset. Like, this is your community, period. Develop.
Yeah.
And, so give back and accept a hand.
Fire. Hey, you heard it from them. Meka, Jasmine, it's free food for your soul. Make sure y'all leave the people before we close out where they can find you on social media.
Yeah. DoirNoirBeauty.com.
Spell it for the people, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have it in the description, but
Okay. DORNOIR beauty.com.
all right.
Our socials are exactly the same.
Yes. Everything
Facebook
is there.
and IG. So, we invite you to have conversations or to, ask us questions in our DM or email. Our email is info@doirnoirbeauty.com.
Awesome. And make sure y'all follow them on social media so that you can make sure you get notified when they have this awesome event pop off. What is going to be the name of it again?
Wellness Fest.
Wellness Fest.
Yes.
And it's going to be the first annual, so you don't want to miss the maiden fest, the maiden voyage. I don't plan on missing it, y'all. So, hey, find it as an opportunity to come check out your boy, The Real Frii. I'm going to be in the building chopping it up with all the guests and attendees. I cannot wait to find out what the date, get my personal invitation.
Indeed.
So I look forward to staying in touch with you guys. And,
thank you so much. This
big
was
thanks.
wonderful.
It really was.
Thank you.
amazing.
You guys are wonderful.
Thank you so
thank
much
you
for this
so much.
opportunity.
Look, and you got the ones listening that you guys can't see in studio. Look, the hair, the natural
hair.
beauty that these ladies walked in here with today, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, somebody.
And his acts of service here
Look at that.
made this
Amen.
amazing. He's amazing.
They love the tea, y'all. They love the
Really
tea.
loved
For the
it.
tea.
This
Definitely
was
yes.
loved it.
amazing. I had passion fruit, by the way.
Yes.
I should have said that to begin with.
Oh, it's fine.
That
it's fine.
passion fruit is fire.
And which one did you have?
Golden Dragon.
Golden Dragon.
Because it was definitely me.
Yes.
Definitely me.
It
I
was.
love that.
It was the dragon, y'all. It was the amazing
Unleash the
golden
dragon.
unleashed. Yes.
Definitely.
Hey, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
It's free lunch, free food for your soul, y'all. Peace.